Live from Revolution Studio in the DMV, this is the Dopamine Revolution Podcast. I'm your host, Sean David Cohen, and today's hot topic, top 30 natural dopamine boosts. Yes, foods, superfoods, and supplements today. Welcome to the Holistic Living Network, where we biohack and catapult the elixir of life, dopamine. Yes, folks, thanks for tuning in. You're going to get a boatload of awesome information today that makes you feel great without any repercussions, no side effects, no symptoms of sickness. No, there's no TV commercials for superfoods, organic foods, and supplements that end with millions of side effects that sound like you got bit by a rattlesnake. No. The corporations just don't promote anything healthy. There's nothing healthy on TV on the commercials. There's nothing. It's just junk science food stuff and horrible venom-laced medicines. It's so nasty. The advertising world, the gross energy world of advertising. I don't even have a TV. I don't even watch TV anymore. I have no stations. I only watch streaming television, so I have no commercials. And I pay the extra $4 or $5 or whatever it is to have zero commercials. Same with Pandora with my music. Just no advertising. Give me no ads. I got no pop-up ads on my computer. Nothing. If you have a website or you have any kind of software and there's pop-ups, I delete you. You're gone. I live advertising free unless I'm stuck at some public place or someone else's house and they got the TV on. I don't hear any advertising. It's a great world. It's clean, high frequency, positive vibrations all day long. Here we go. The top 30 natural dopamine boosts. And by the way, this is right out of my Dopamine Revolution book that just came out this spring. Selling like hotcakes. I love it. Yeah, we start this one off talking about the gut-brain connection. Okay, this is highly, highly underrated. The power of your microbiome, of the ecosystem in your gut. And people wreck it every day. They just either don't know better or they don't care until they need surgery. Until they find their IBS has got the best of them or they've got some crazy tumor somewhere. Then they finally look for real answers to their real problems that have manifested over time from the cumulative effect of wrecking the gut. The gut-brain connection has moved from fringe science to mainstream understanding in recent years. That's right. And probiotics stand at the center of this revolutionary insight. Good gut bacteria, aka flora, if you've heard the word flora, that's your good gut bacteria, represents supposed to be 85% of the bacteria in your gut. Only 15% is supposed to be the bad bacteria so that your body can recognize it and build immunity to all the foreign invaders like bacteria, viruses, germs, all that crazy stuff, parasites, mold, all the fungus among us, your body needs to recognize it. So you have a little bit of bad bacteria, but most of it's good. Okay, the majority needs to be good gut flora. And they are actively involved. There's billions of them. They're actively involved in producing neurotransmitters, including dopamine, that directly impact how you think and feel every day. Directly impact how your gut has a direct impact on how you think and feel every day. You need to wake up thinking about that. We all do. You should wake up and think, what am I going to feed my organs first? How about some clean lemon water? How about some superfoods? Some superfood sprouted fiber like I do, and some organic coconut water. How about that? Lots of water, and then maybe some probiotics. So probiotics are great. There's tinctures, there are capsules. I don't like swallowing capsules, so I don't do that anymore if I can help it. I buy the tinctures, and then you could easily just take a couple sips of some kombucha, loaded with probiotics. Fantastic. When your gut microbiome is balanced and thriving, dopamine production increases naturally, creating improvements in mood and reducing anxiety that you can actually feel. So all these people that are suffering from anxiety that go to psychiatrists and get prescribed SSRIs that can have crazy side effects, including feelings of suicide, try probiotics first and see how you feel. Okay? Probiotics. Now, there's a lot of fermented foods that are loaded with probiotics, like kimchi and sauerkraut, and then, like I said, kombucha, and then some of the fermented organic soy sauces and tamari sauces. If you like Chinese food, or you do veggie burgers like me and you want to soup them up a little bit with some flavor, use the fermented sauces like I named. And then you get those probiotics. Multiple studies have demonstrated benefits for those dealing with mood disorders and irritable bowel syndrome, highlighting just how interconnected these systems truly are. So they try to belittle the gut theories that all the natural health advocates have been pushing for 3 decades. And big pharma and big food were like, that's nothing to think about. Don't worry about it there. No good advice coming from the medical industry there. It's always about the chemical medications. Got to sling the meds, the scripts. They got to sling the scripts. Think of your gut bacteria as tiny factories constantly producing chemicals that influence your brain. When these factories are running optimally, they create a steady stream of dopamine that supports clear thinking, motivation, and emotional resilience. Love that. Emotional resilience. There's so many people, especially today, with all the stuff going on, the politics and the economics and the financial downfalls. There's so much emotional disturbance and turmoil going on. You've got to foster the healthy mind, the brain health, which balances your emotions and helps fuel emotional resilience. So you can resist the negative matrix, the negative energy matrix. It's all around us, but so is the positive. So you just got to seek it out. You got to distill. You're like a big factory distilling all the junk science food stuff and all the negative energy, and then you're flourishing with probiotics and enzymes and the supplements and all the good stuff I'm about to go over. But when the microbiome becomes imbalanced through poor diet, stress, or antibiotics, those factories slow down and dopamine production can drop significantly. So, if you got some symptoms of a sickness, whether it's bacterial or viral, or you just ate some moldy blueberries or mushrooms. Okay, so the other day I ate something that had some mold. It was either my blueberries or my mushrooms, and it just ran through me. But I didn't really have any symptoms. I felt a little off for a few minutes, and it just ran through me. But I didn't need to go to the doctor, the doc in the box, or the hospital. I basically just let it run through, drank a bunch of water, ate some very, mild food for dinner, and it was gone. I was done because I keep my probiotics and my enzymes, my digestive enzymes. I'm always got them coming in. Always got them coming in, recycling them, bringing in the new, the fresh. So my microbiome, my gut bacteria is great. It's in great health, great shape. It's fostering the dopamine production, and I'm protecting my dopamine in my brain, my dopamine storage, because I don't eat a bunch of funky chemicals that dissolve the protein coating around the vesicles and the neuronal pathways. So my dopamine is being produced in full all day. It's being protected in the brain, and it's being protected while it's traveling on the vagus nerve to all parts of my body. It's being protected across the board. Produce it, protect it. Okay, this is like your own baby. This is like having a little 1-year-old baby. You got to look out for it all the time, all day. Okay, think of your gut. From now on, think of your gut as your little baby, your beautiful little healthy baby that you have to protect all day because it doesn't know any better. Your mouth is going to eat what you put in it. If it tastes decent, your mouth's just going to eat. It doesn't know better. Your gut can't filter for you. All it can do is tell you if it's upset. The baby's going to cry if you drop it on the floor or you feed it some moldy food. Okay, it's going to cry. Your gut's going to cry. You're going to get an upset stomach. You're going to throw up or have the runs. Your body's going to let you know. Your gut's going to let you know when you're messing up, or you're going to be lethargic or sad, depressed, stressed, anxious, nervous. All of these are signs that you're mistreating your baby, your gut. Okay? So, adding probiotic-rich foods to your daily routine isn't just good for digestion, it's a direct investment in your brain health and emotional well-being. It's an investment. So also look at this like it's a business. So you got your gut is this little baby that you got to take care of, and it's also an investment in today and tomorrow and the long-term future of your brain and body health. So it's an investment. You're going to take care of your investment, right? You're not just going to throw your credit card in the street or your bank card or tell everybody about, where your money is, where you keep your money. You got to protect your investment. So you're going to protect your gut by not feeding it chemicals and adulterated foods and adulterated medicines. Okay, you got to protect it. So fermented foods like yogurt, watch for the dairy stuff though. Yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, and kimchi deliver living beneficial bacteria straight to your gut where they can colonize and begin supporting your dopamine system within days. Now, most of this is not instantaneous, okay? For many people, it takes a while, especially if you've been polluting your gut with a bunch of gluten and canola oil and genetically modified foods, okay? If you've been polluting it with alcohol and with you're using nicotine and you're doing all of these things, or you just got a vaccine and you're polluting your gut with chemicals and heavy metal toxins, then it's going to take a while. It's going to take a few days, maybe a week or two, to really repair and get that gut bacteria balanced back to 85-15%. Okay? So incorporating just one serving of fermented foods daily creates a noticeable improvement in energy, focus, and mood stability within just 2 weeks. So just one item daily is noticeable within 2 weeks. That's what they're letting you know. So if you come in with 3 or 4 or 5 items, you're really going to feel great, and it's probably going to come on quicker. All right. So now, if fermented foods aren't your preference, like you're not into the kimchi and the kraut and the drinks, the kombuchas, then there's high quality supplements like what I buy, the tinctures. The tinctures are great because they come in through the mucosal lining in your mouth and your gut doesn't eat up. Some of your gut, get your gastric juices kind of beat up some foods and some of the vitamins and nutrients that we take in. We lose some of it, and especially with supplements that are in capsules. And it gets beat up some, so you only retain like 15 to 20%. And so kind of it's expensive urine is what you're paying for, because you're going to pee a lot of it out. It's not really bioavailable. It's not processed well. So you want to get organic supplements, and you want to buy the tinctures. That's prime time, because you're going to get your money's worth. Okay? Now, remember, consistency is the key. The benefits of probiotics build over time as the beneficial bacteria establishes itself in your gut ecosystem. All right, so here we go. Here we go with the top 30 natural dopamine boosts. I'm going to start off with foods. First off, you need your protein. The best is wild caught salmon. Okay, you get your omega-3s, you get your proteins, and it's considered a superfood. Okay, I know it's not exotic, but it's considered a superfood because of its ability to boost your dopamine production. Then you have organic berries like strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, and acai. So you can get those, you can buy them fresh, you can make smoothies out of them, you can buy them already made into smoothies. You got to pay a few extra bucks, but if it's convenient for you, that is one convenience food that's actually good for you, is these green shakes and the berry smoothies that you find in the refrigerated section in health food stores. If it's not, you got to watch for added sugars on those though. Flip it over, read the ingredients, always read the ingredients. You don't want any artificial sweetener, which you usually don't find in those because they won't sell well. All the vegans and vegetarians will say no. But they will sneak in a lot of added sugars in some of them. You got to watch that. Next on the list of foods that boost dopamine well and create a good gut microbiome, green leafy vegetables. So your kale, your spinach, your lettuces, all of the green leafy vegetables. Now they are part of the dirty dozen, which means they absorb pesticides very easily. So you got to go organic on those, or local. Most local farmers will not load up their crops with pesticides because they don't need to. They can watch them. They can babysit them for bugs and pests. They don't have, millions of acres where they got to take their tractors and their crop dusters and just spray them with a bunch of pesticides that ruin the quality and ruin your gut. Next on the food list, fermented foods. I went over those: kimchi, kraut, kombucha. Number 6, dark organic chocolate. Dark organic chocolate gets you that magnesium. It's a mood elevator, really boosts dopamine well. 7, apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is phenomenal. I always have some in my refrigerator. It's good for cooking. It's good to just drink a few sips at night. It alkalizes your body. It's a cancer fighter. It's a great dopamine boost. Apple cider vinegar with mother. Look for the one that says with mother. The mother is the fermented kind of little gray cloudy part at the bottom. It floats to the bottom. You want that. That is what really builds up the good gut bacteria. Hemp hearts. I buy hemp hearts. They're great. You can put them on cereal or oatmeal. You can put them in your smoothies. You can sprinkle them on your salad. Hemp hearts or hemp seeds, those are phenomenal. Lots of omega-3s in those. Goji berries, that's an exotic little tiny, almost looks like sunflower seeds, but it's a fruit. They're chewy. Goji berries, great for boosting dopamine. Great snack, really suppresses appetite. I shouldn't say suppress, but it really fulfills some appetite in between meals and keeps you from being super hungry, so you don't, binge or go off the rails on your healthy food regimen. And number 10 on foods, black garlic. Phenomenal. Love black garlic. It's sweeter than the other like garlic cloves, and it's phenomenal. You peel away. It's got a little coating out on the outside, kind of a skin type of hard coating, and you pull that off, and it's just this chewy, soft, delicious black garlic. Real good to dice up into small pieces and put in your food that you make. Onward to superfoods. Superfoods are just the world's most nutrient-dense foods. That's what superfoods means. Okay, so don't get overwhelmed with terminology or anything. You just keep it stupid simple. And with foods and superfoods and supplements. So superfoods, we've got cacao, which is a chocolate, and it is phenomenal. Like I said, put it in shakes. If you're making chocolate shakes, if that's your thing, or you can make homemade brownies. I do those with black beans and organic brownie mix and like agave or honey, and then you use cacao. Phenomenal recipe for brownies without all the sugar and the adulterated stuff that you find in the corporate brownie mixes. Then there's green tea. There's all the fish oils, the omega-3 oils like MCT oil, coconut oil, fish oil. If you like beets, beets are a big dopamine boost, great for your gut. Watermelon, sprouted fibers. I buy the raw sprouted fiber, which is excellent for your whole system. Boosts dopamine production. Feeds the healthy gut microbiome. Coconut oil and coconut water. Maca powder. Maca powder is a superfood. It's a supplement, and you put it in shakes, and it gives you energy. Maca powder. The long distance runners around the world know to use maca powder because it's a sustainable energy boost. And if you do work out a lot, if you are like aerobic cardio, and you can go to the gym or go to these classes, these CrossFit classes, stuff like that. If you run 5Ks, if you got endurance and you want to keep it and build it, maintain it, maca, M-A-C-A, maca powder. And then there's nutritional yeast. A lot of people don't know about this. It's nicknamed Nooch. I love my Nooch. Nutritional yeast is not adulterated. It's a really good almost like a spice, but it's tasty. It's kind of buttery. I'll put it on like mashed potatoes. You could put it on popcorn, organic popcorn, instead of loading up the butter. It's just phenomenal topping for a lot of foods, nutritional yeast. And the last category is supplements. This is phenomenal natural dopamine boost. Number one in the world, the most potent in the world, Mucuna Purians, M-U-C-U-N-A. So it's not Hakuna Matata, it's Mucuna, and I've been promoting this for about 10 or 12 years. It helps people quit smoking. It helps people quit any addiction, okay? Because you get that natural dopamine boost, and that's what you want. See, a lot of people, they don't understand that there's a sweet spot. It's a big sweet spot. There's a sweet spot for dopamine boosting, okay? If you don't have enough dopamine, or you have way too much because you've got it jacked up from like the high caffeine drinks or nicotine or alcohol or drugs, then either way, if you're too far on the spectrum either way, you can suffer from chronic diseases, all kinds of stuff, mental and physical. You can suffer from Parkinson's. You can suffer behavioral problems, ADHD. You can suffer from depression, anxiety. You can suffer from nutrient deficiency. So there's a sweet spot with boosting dopamine, and you want to do it naturally so there's no crash, there's no price to pay, there's no addiction. All this stuff I'm going over today, non-addictive. There's no crash. It just wears off. It just tapers off, and you do more all day. You're not going to overdo it, folks. Don't worry. You're not going to overdose on natural dopamine boosting foods, superfoods, and supplements, okay? Now, you got Mucuna Purians. Then there's probiotics. I went over that. There's turmeric with black pepper and curcumin. So if you're buying turmeric, you can use it as a food spice. It's excellent, like on India foods. And then turmeric as a tincture. I buy it as a tincture with black pepper and curcumin. It's more effective, more bioavailable that way. Then there's L-tyrosine, another supplement that's great for boosting dopamine. L-theanine, very powerful at boosting dopamine. Oil of oregano, I always talk about that. Oil of oregano, natural antibiotic that doesn't mess up your gut biome. Natural antiviral supplement, and it boosts dopamine very well. Oil of oregano, phenomenal. If you don't have some, that should be staple in your kitchen. That's a staple supplement you should never run out of. Look at it now. Oil of oregano. Couple more. Licorice root. These are Chinese herbs that they've known about for thousands of years that help boost dopamine, boost your gut microbiome. Licorice root, cinnamon. Then there's vitamin B complex and magnesium. Okay? So these are phenomenal supplements, and that is going to round us off for the top 30 natural dopamine boosts. So thanks for tuning in to the Dopamine Revolution podcast. Live holistically, stay balanced, stay focused. You got this. You got the formula now. Have a great day.